But I think so far this week has my favorite commercials yet, so get ready.
Yeah, I think they're definitely going to get funnier and funnier as they go along. Because so far, just your head on the fucking shelf and the whole gun. Bring any gun.
That one's in it today. I don't think you got the bring any guns in.
Yeah, that was in there somewhere. It was in the episode. It's not in the.
Oh yeah. This is it clipped.
Are we? We're doing it live right now.
Live right now.
Oh boy!
Hi everybody, how you doing? Sorry, we were still having our precursor conversation.
Let's get it going.
It's entirely our fault that we weren't paying attention. But get ready. Social media this week's gonna have some great clips.
Oh yeah. Make sure you read the AI comments underneath too, because they're usually
getting better.
some gems.
Yeah, the captions are usually good. This week I don't know if it has anything that ridiculous. It did have a hard time with your game from last week, but
I'm glad. You know, that was also like a silver lining to that bit, was that it really fucked with the AI.
it did not know how to deal with the helmet. It has no idea.
I love exposing the weaknesses of our
having our friend Jack in the
overlords.
top corner too really throws it off. So we get a lot more fun.
It's great.
Sometimes it's just a clip of like me sitting here, just like half my face while Chris is talking, and it's fantastic.
And then it shows the last half a second of a commercial. It's so weird. It's so weird.
I love it. But
yeah, so this is episode 26 of the Two Cubes.
24, I think,
27
if we're doing math
of the Two Cubes podcast.
Because 23 was last episode. So this is
Yeah, I thought the last was 25. I don't know. I forget. 24.
last episode's where
we're on now.
I'm pretty sure, upset some people by sliding LeBron James and Michael Jordan and just saying there's never been a good.
When I was listening back, I was like, Jesus.
There's never been a good athlete with number 23 in basketball.
Honestly, when I listened to it, it's like, you guys are just being sarcastic.
Yeah, read as a joke, of course.
I was being sarcastic, but
If you watch
I
it,
still,
might be different.
Christian McCaffrey, still an amazing athlete.
Yeah.
Is he better than Jordan?
No, come on.
If we're just talking athleticism, LeBron's probably the better athlete of all three of them.
But he only wore the number sometimes.
Now you're really
I do
trying to
not
upset
know.
me. You're really trying to upset me now.
He wore different numbers.
It's true.
LeBron
He wore
just-
45 for like half a season or
Well,
a
I'm talking
season.
about LeBron.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. What other number did he wear?
Doesn't
I
count for
forget.
Jordan because Jordan's better.
I forget what LeBron's other number was.
I don't know.
Honestly,
I have no
I
idea.
really should know that. It's like 42 or something. I forget.
What?
LeBron's other number.
6.
Oh, yes. With the
I forgot what it was. I remembered it was 23, and then he
Yes.
changed it, but I couldn't remember what he changed it to.
That's right. When he was hot, it was 6.
Yeah, I remember when he was hot. Wait, go back to that. Second.
On the Heat.
Dude, the guy's been hot.
He's on the Heat.
Depends on in what regard. Oh, all right. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Isn't that just team members of the Heat?
Yeah,
that
it's
are
all
hot?
coming back to me now.
Jimmy Butler was hot once.
I thought you were just talking about how sexy he was.
I don't know, man. He
There's something about Miami, man. It's a sexy town. It's a sexy town.
Yeah.
Is that when he had the really bad hairline, and like that's why he was wearing the headband, because he was trying to cover up the receiving?
That could be tough.
LaBreezy, just rock it, man. You're like you're a god amongst men. If you have a receding hairline, it's fine. Nobody can see it anyway. You're fucking like 6'9", dude.
Wait, all those guys wore 23? Yeah. I thought Devin Hester was like 81. Could be wrong. All right, fine. But isn't Anthony Davis on a team right now with LeBron?
Yeah, I guess
He wore 23. Yeah, it's bullshit.
He probably wore it in
Devin
fucking
Hester, dude. Fuck
college or some shit, or he wore it before LeBron was on the
Okay,
team. Or
maybe.
where was Anthony Davis before the Lakers? He probably wore it
New
then.
Orleans?
There you go.
No,
He probably
but-
wore it on
no,
New
no.
Orleans.
How are they talking about the 23 best athletes to wear 23? And
Was he with Norris?
Christian McCaffrey's not on the list.
He probably is. It's maybe just a smattering of I don't know.
It seems to be the top down.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. How long's McCaffrey been in the league? He's been in there pretty good, like 5 years, right?
I
6
think it's
years?
like 7 years. Actually.
Yeah.
He's getting to that point where they're like he's an old running back.
I'm thinking 4 or 5 tops.
No, I think he's had 3 where he had to sit out because he was hurt.
Are we going to get into our fantasy football segment of the podcast right now?
Yeah, I think this is a good segue.
Oh, yeah.
I think talking about the number 1 guy from last year is
Was he the number 1 fantasy producer overall?
for last
Yeah.
year. Yeah.
2017.
Yeah, that's 7 years.
I had him
That's
the year
exactly
before,
right.
and he was 50.
He's incredible.
Joe won this year fantasy.
So going into fantasy, do you prefer a live fantasy draft or a
Oh, of course,
online?
yeah. Definitely. Well, everybody's got to be in the same room, but you got to use a website. Like, you got to use like an app to do the draft.
Okay, so like a hybrid.
Yeah, like a hybrid. Because like putting together the draft board and all that shit is just like so annoying to me. It's just so easy when you just go like start a league, boop, and then like it just automatically shows you the ADP and like, you know, all that shit.
The nice thing with an online, is that. But that's also what sometimes people just show up like I do to stuff unprepared, and if they show up, there's no online, nothing. That's when you get some real wild picks. It's awesome. You get some
True.
like, real
True,
early
but
guys.
then usually what happens in that is there's like three.
Is the guy that
dudes-
did come prepared?
Yeah, there's like three
everybody.
or four guys that came prepared and actually did their homework, and then everybody else's team is just trash, and then those guys just dominate the league, and it's like there's no parity, and it just kind of sucks.
I guess that's another point.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it depends on what you're looking for. I don't know. If you're doing a live draft, like where you got a board and somebody fucking was home crafting, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they were hot gluing logos onto poster board and shit.
So you don't have a
you
ton of
better
leagues. You're
everybody
not
in
one of
that
those-
league better fucking know their stuff.
You're not one of those guys that's in a ton of leagues, right?
I'm in
got
two. I'm
Yeah.
usually in two on any given year. I'm in like a work guys league, all the guys like I know from throughout the years at work, and then I'm in like my OG buddies from, you know, for 20 years kind of thing.
I go up and down on leagues, but I usually have about 3. Some years 4. I had one year where I did like 7, and it was just too much.
Yeah, that's insane. You're like Henry. Henry's in like 36 leagues every year. It's stupid.
I couldn't handle it. It was I was spending too much on on trying to do everything. I was way better off just dropping the couple leagues that didn't matter.
I always want to fucking strangle my buddy Henry. He also lives in my house. I'm just explaining for those of you out there. We also never really did a formal intro to the show. You know, Two Cubes podcast. He's Joe. I'm Chris. You know what I mean? Welcome to the show. We're so glad you're here. Anyway, my buddy Henry, who lives with me, right? He's a real piece of shit. No, I'm just he is my fantasy.
He is his fantasy nemesis.
Nemesis.
It's awesome. Every time that they are playing each other, I get excited for this. It's fantastic.
He's in so many leagues every year, and I'm sure there's people out there listening to this that have this friend. He's in so many leagues. You'll be watching a game, and it like somebody will score a touchdown or whatever, make a big catch, and he'll be like, "Yes, yes," and I'll be like, "You don't have him." He's like, "No, he's in my 17th league on ESPN." I'm like, "Oh, well, you have every fucking player in the game then on one of your teams." Like, what it like? So it's like if that dude caught the ball, that just means that 9 of your other teams are losing now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it gets to a certain point where like it doesn't even mean anything anymore because you're spread too thin. Like,
That does happen,
yeah,
and it happened to me that year, sort of. But I'm weird because you know how I am with football and stuff. I like my fucking weirdos.
you have
So I just draft-
consistent.
well,
you have 9 of the same team.
But I just don't, and I overdraft the same dudes on all the teams. So like, if they are busts, which they are every time,
Yeah.
I'm fucked because I'll start Martavis Bryant every week over AJ Brown. Going, this is I'm telling you, Martavis Bryant is gonna get it. It's gonna be awesome.
It didn't quite happen last year, did it? No, AJ Brown got hurt.
Martavis
Right?
Bryant's been out of the league now for like 5 years.
Oh, all right.
Mecole Hardman's been my guy. I drafted Mecole Hardman last year in like the
AJ
8th
Brown's
round.
been
He
on the
got
Eagles
cut.
for that long? 5 years?
No,
Oh, okay. Well, you were putting him. Never mind.
he was on the Titans before the Eagles.
Gotcha.
but-
Gotcha. Okay.
And he was a rookie sensation. But I don't know that they intertwined because then I was obsessed with Mecole Hardman, and I've been obsessed with him for a few years.
Yeah. No.
Those fast Chiefs receivers are big. Xavier Worthy, watch out! You're gonna be on my team this year, and you're gonna be terrible.
See, I don't even know who that is. I haven't been doing my homework at all. Who was
rookie
like
coming up.
your greatest? Like everyone said you were crazy pick, and then he turned out to be awesome. You know what I mean? Like and he like won you your league kind of.
I
thing.
had a 1 week fantasy hero like that. I mean, it's happened where I've gotten the guys for the season that ended up being great. That everyone was like, well, we don't know about him. But I picked up Larry Donnell the week he had the 4 touchdowns with the Giants on the waiver wire, and started him over Vernon Davis that week. And
Vernon Davis.
and I started Larry Donnell just on a whim. He scored 4 touchdowns on Monday Night Football. I don't think he ever scored a touchdown again. I got rid of him that week. I traded him off, picked up somebody big, turned out to win that league.
Nice.
It's unbelievable. But
one of my favorite players of all time is Fitzpatrick, because I took him one year in a league as the very last pick of the draft, and everybody was like, "I can't believe you don't have a quarterback yet. You're an asshole. Like, you're an idiot." And I was just like, "Nah, it's fine. I'll just pick up whoever's left
on that
over."
Jets year?
No, it was when he was on Tampa Bay.
Okay.
And I think the first game he came out and threw like 5 touchdowns or something.
Fitzmagic did that. He was.
So like week 1, like everybody was making fun of me, like, "I can't believe you're starting Fitzpatrick," and then he comes out and throws 5 touchdowns. He puts up like 50-something points.
He did it all the time. Fitzmagic was.
Yeah, it was fucking great. I looked like a genius. And then I only played him for like the first 3 weeks, and then I picked up somebody else off waivers. You know what I mean? That wound up being my quarterback for the rest of the season. But he killed it for like the first 3 games, and then he just like faded into obscurity again. Like, but he's the shit. I love Ryan Fitzpatrick, man.
Another fun waiver wire pickup that saved me a game was a Monday Night Football. I was in an IDP league, and I was down like 14 points. And it was the year that Patrick Willis retired.
IDP stands for Individual Defensive Player.
Yes.
Just so you know, guys. For those of you out there who don't do fantasy.
And it was the year that Patrick Willis retired, and I picked up Chris Boardman, I think his name was. He was a middle linebacker.
Damn, man, you deep cuts. I don't know this guy.
He retired early because of concussions and stuff, but he was very good. I could be screwing up his last name, but I know it's something like that. But he was also going to be hurt and out. It was Monday Night Football. So I picked up, what was that safety's name that was on the Colts forever that ended up playing with the Niners? Anyway.
Safety or running back?
He was he was a safety. He was IDP, so he was a safety.
IDP.
Yeah, and he ended up playing. He was a Colt forever, and then he went to
Freeney?
No, safety. He played safety.
Bob Sanders? No.
Man, you guys are so good. I have no fucking idea.
I don't remember. Anyway,
Sorry,
he ended up getting a pick 6 in that game.
Yeah.
And winning me the me the fantasy week in Monday Night Football with my IDP player.
Sick.
With like 20 points.
I don't like IDP, like where you're drafting like 5-6 guys or whatever.
It was one IDP.
Oh yeah, I did that one year too, where instead of picking a defense, we picked a defensive player.
We had a defense and a defensive player.
And that was awesome. I really liked that.
It was a lot of fun.
It's cool because it made me actually learn the names of some defensive players.
Like, it was unfortunately the year that J.J. Watt got put in a tight end a ton, so the team that had him
that's
just had a guy who.
Well, that's actually great because you play him in both positions.
For the fucking asshole, but for everyone else, it was like, well, your IDP guy puts up 30 points a week. Pretty nuts.
I like those gadget players. It's cool. It's like it throws you a curveball. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of cool. It's like, fuck, where do I start him? Should I start him
he's
here?
He's throwing touchdowns. He's catching touches. He's catching passes. He's getting pick sixes.
It's so sick.
It was nuts.
It's such a cool player.
It was crazy. But anyway, it was awesome. Yeah, like now, I would love to get like Micah Parsons because he's that kind of guy they might, throw around. What's interesting to me is like that guy in Colorado now, Travis Hunter.
Okay.
You said Colorado?
The college.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was like, wait a second. So you're talking about the Denver Broncos?
No. The college, Dion's team, who plays corner and receiver.
The Colorado Blackbirds. What?
They're the Buffaloes, I believe, but it's just Colorado. The college.
Yeah.
University or whatever. I don't know what the fuck it is.
They got Buffalo out there in the highlands of Colorado.
Fuck, that's the name of the team. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just wondering. I'm curious about like how they come to mascot names because a lot of times like the mascot does not make any sense.
You
from where
shared
the
your
school...
being upset.
Huh?
You shared your being.
Yeah, we
upset
talked about this a couple episodes ago.
With like
I want it to make sense, or it's got to be alliterative. Yeah, it's one or the other.
Yeah. Well, Verona, right next to Cedar Grove, right next to here.
Yeah. The Verona vaginas.
No.
The Verona vasectomies.
They're the hillbillies. It's the best.
Oh, okay. All right. That is pretty cool.
They did have to change the logo, which sucked because he used to sit with a little ball of moonshine and have a shotgun. Now,
for a fucking high school.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome. But
for so many levels. like fucking school shootings
he used to sit with a little
underage drinking and fucking. Yeah.
It was fantastic. But they changed it, I think, just as a fishing pole now. But
that's pretty great.
But yeah, there he is with the shotgun. But he used to have a little moonshine bottle too. Yeah, he has it there.
Holy shit, dude! I want one of those T-shirts. That's so good.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
How did they get away with that initially? Like, when was that school founded? Like,
and then when
the whole town is hills.
That's so awesome.
Well, and then we used to, because it's our rival for football.
Yeah.
We used to, for Thanksgiving Day game, which they got rid of now because people were getting hurt before states. We would have.
I do like the logo, that black square down there, or like the drawing with his arms crossed. Like it's a cool
Yeah,
drawing.
that's pretty cool.
I like
a
that.
Hillman. But we used to have the night before. We would have like our pep rally, I guess it was called. Mm-hmm. And they'd have a bonfire at the park in town, and we'd throw a scarecrow dressed like a hillbilly in and burn it.
Oh man.
And like.
I got a feeling like
Dude, it
schools
was, like,
don't do
10
shit
feet
like this anymore.
Well, and like the town, you would run it, and we'd be like, "Yeah, kill the hillbillies!" And it was like we were into it, and then like, and it was like, it's one of those silly rivalries you have with the town next to you.
Yeah,
It's
of
like,
course, yeah,
You're like
yeah.
friends with those guys, but like once you're on the field, it's like, I will die for this team.
Yeah,
I swear to you guys.
We had that with Colonia. They were the Colonia Patriots. We were the Island Mustangs, and like the truth was like both of our schools sucked. We were both like small.
Well, we
schools.
always had pretty good
And like I
programs,
knew a
especially
bunch
for
of
our
kids that
size.
went there. You know what I mean? Like I had like friends that went there. Like cousin was a teacher there. Like, but you got to still talk about how much you hate them. Like we'd go and like
It was amazing.
we would tag up their school sign and stuff, and like
Well,
every
that-
year some kid would get
That
like,
happened one year. They came. The Verona guys came and stole the scarecrow before we were gonna throw it in the fire. That was big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, the town fucked up.
One of the
on
old
that one.
hijinks. Yeah, exactly. That's the town's fault because
You-
clearly
you know,
wasn't our team.
You know what I realized?
Paps tastes weird.
That the Hillbillies and then it was the Panthers, but they're a Black Panther. Like the logo.
That is kind of funny.
Oh, that's
kinda funny.
true. That's a good point.
We were
I just realized that.
Yeah.
my middle school was the Panthers, but our middle school
pretty
didn't have any
wild.
sports teams though. Did your school have a hockey team?
No. We. I think they do now.
Yeah, that's cool.
They
My
combined-
school got a hockey team the
combined-
year after.
Yeah,
I
they combined
graduated.
with Glen Ridge, I believe, to have a hockey team.
No,
they
with,
had one for
with
3 years
PV,
in the
with PV.
70s. Oh, it's PV. Okay, they had one in the 70s for 4 years because one student was there and the father was willing to pay for the insurance and stuff and ice time and shit.
Yeah.
Some rich dad was like, "No, my son's gonna play hockey and he's going to Cedar."
Damn, he just supported the whole.
So it was like
okay.
78 to 82. There was a hockey
pretty
team
cool.
at Cedar Grove High School.
Could have sent
And
him
then-
somewhere else that has a
He
hockey
apparently,
program.
apparently he looked at that idea and was like, "Fuck you, we're gonna have a team."
Hey, did you
This
know?
kid
Did you know
must
my?
have sucked.
Did you know my girlfriend used to play hockey?
If you're talking about Street Devils, yes, I'm aware. I remember the day she got some stitches.
She didn't play for. She didn't play for high school.
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot. You said that you didn't have a team.
Yeah.
Just back in the 70s, you had one. Okay, and then
Yeah.
it disbanded or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. So what? Street Devils. So what was that? So it was just like
It's a
a.
street
Devils is
hockey thing,
awesome.
yeah.
It was like a local
My dad actually started it.
AA
It was,
kind of thing.
No, it was
No, it was
like
for
in a
kids.
gym, in like a basketball.
Just street
court.
hockey for kids and
I realize saying AA, everybody immediately thinks, Alcoholics Anonymous, but
Yeah.
we had like Island AA Athletic Association.
Oh,
like,
okay. I was like,
I was like, dude,
I
what kind
was
of
like-
father thing are you talking about?
pretty wild, but all right, yeah.
Yeah.
Just adults playing street hockey.
Yeah, it was just like drunk
Just
dads,
sober guys.
drunk dads on the wagon, just looking for anything to do but drink there. Like,
We're gonna do AA softball league, I guess. I don't know.
that's kind of what athletic associations are. Just like a bunch of dads, like, oh, I gotta quit drinking. I'm 3
I
months
need
sober
a reason
right
to
now.
go out and drink. All right. Well, yeah. No, it was just like I guess it was rec. So yeah, sort of what you're talking
Okay,
about.
all right. Did they actually play like outside, like on the street, or was it like
It started in a parking lot and then it moved into gyms
cool?
inside.
Yeah, I remember
And,
they would put up like padding against the wall. So you
Yeah,
could,
we
like,
actually
kinda
used to
check
go.
people.
That's sick.
We
And
used to actually go to like
rollerblades?
Devils games and play in the. No, it was on foot.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we used to like sometimes we'd get invited by the Devils to like go play in the like parking lot. They'd set up like a whole thing outside.
Oh, sick. That's
It's
cool.
really cool. It was, and we like me being the son of the guy who ran it. Like the
Your
Devils
dad
would
did
come
your
over and
dad
stuff.
like knew somebody on the Devils or like helped run?
Well,
like,
he got
like,
to
knew
know
one of the guys
a bunch
that-
of guys
through that.
So yeah,
Yeah,
so
okay.
like the Jersey Devil and stuff would
Did he
show
just
up.
write? Did he just write heartfelt letters to the Devils to let them know what was going on?
I don't. That'd be a good question to ask him. Is how he got like affiliated with them with doing that. He really
Did your
just
dad
started
play
playing-
hockey?
My dad played hockey. He really liked hockey, so I grew up playing hockey.
That
And then-
explains a lot about you, Joe.
And then I kind of lost a lot of the hockey
Blood?
once I didn't have a team to play on.
Oh, okay, all right.
Once I got started into high school and I had like one friend who played hockey, I was like, well, I think it's time I move on. to sports that my friends are actually playing. And,
Yeah.
Well, and hockey's so hard to like be like, oh,
Yeah,
let's go play together, guys.
Exactly.
Because it's like
It's 90 degrees outside. Go put on fucking 30 pounds of pads
Yeah.
and
So
like-
I always
and I hope you got money, because when you're a kid, you're gonna grow out of those skates every fucking year, and then you're gonna have to
Yeah.
go out and buy a new pair of fucking $200
Well,
skates.
Well, and that was the thing too. Is my dad growing up, but he had like every size pair of skates.
Yeah, that's
Like,
pretty cool.
Like he just
yeah,
like people would
I didn't even
donate
think of
them
that.
or whatever, and he would just have them.
yeah, he wouldn't get rid of them because he was
Yeah,
like, my son's
yeah.
gonna be a hockey player.
Well, yeah, and so we just growing up, be like, oh, you're ready for a new pair. Let's go see what skates we could go put together. So like, I'd go take the bearings out, and we'd figure out which skates would work for
Yeah.
us.
So I hate to steer away from sports, but I want to stay on your dad because, as you know, I'm a big fan of your dad.
All right, yeah, what's up?
You looking for a new addiction? We all are, right? Everybody needs advice. Two Cubes podcast is a podcast that you should get addicted to. And you might OD. You ever just been lifted at the liquor store and you're like, I need a new podcast?
It looks so terrifying.
Two Cubes is the one.
If you want to get bigger without paying bigger prices, drinking Kelly's Liquors for that beer belly you've always wanted. What are the prices? Who knows? But the price is right here at Two Cubes Podcast. You should listen.
I sent you a text the other day wanting you to play the game, What Did Your Dad Eat for Lunch? I was hanging out in your
Okay.
backyard, and your dad came in, and he was like, yeah, I just went out and got some lunch or whatever. And then, of course, my ears perked up, and I was like, oh, yeah, Joe? What'd you get? And he came over, he
So it
opened
came
the
in a
bag,
black
and he
bag.
showed me. So then I texted you.
I
was
still
like-
don't know what it is, so let's see.
Yeah, I didn't tell you. So I texted Joe, and I was like, you were very close. I texted Joe. I was like, so your dad just came in the backyard. It's whatever. It's like 2:48 p.m. or whatever. I was like, he has a black plastic bag, and he just got himself lunch. What is it? He's gonna eat it alone in the kitchen. And you
Yeah.
guessed 2 hot dogs and sauerkraut on the side. I believe
No,
is your
not
guess.
sauerkraut. No, definitely not. He
You
doesn't
said
eat
something weird for a side. Probably sauerkraut. I think that's what you said.
sauerkraut. No, it
Or
wouldn't be-
coleslaw.
yeah,
Sorry, coleslaw, not sauerkraut.
It's coleslaw he actually does. He
And,
doesn't eat sauerkraut.
So you want me to reveal what he had? You were so close, man.
Let's see. It was a Sunday, right? I think it was.
It was Sunday, yeah.
And then late
No, I
lunch,
apologize. It was Saturday. It was Saturday. It was definitely Saturday.
Saturday. So my first thought, that the reason I said hot dogs was I was figuring it was probably Jersey Johnny's. I probably stopped there on the way home.
You're wrong, Joe. But
Okay.
I feel like
Popeyes doesn't have black bags.
you're so in the right category, though.
All right. Well, so what was it?
It was a
Ham slice
cheeseburger.
provolone?
It was
Oh,
just
okay,
it was just a cheeseburger with no fries, which I thought was weird.
Yeah, no, he doesn't, because he doesn't want to pay the extra $1.
Oh, I got you. But it was weird. The burger had like the name of the burger
Oh.
joint branded on top of
It's
it.
Basque 46.
Yes, that was it. I remember it had a number at the end. Yeah.
Yep.
And it was weird, like a cattle, like they brand cattle, they brand the top of the bun of the
Yeah,
burger.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
Basque 46.
Yeah, that's totally what it was.
Definitely. Yeah.
And
So I was right. He just stopped earlier than Jersey Johnny's.
yeah,
That's all that happened.
you were. Yeah, I was like, oh, dude, you were so close. I was like, burgers right there with hot dogs, like. But the funniest thing was later on that night. I'm downstairs, and I'm like making myself a drink or something, and your dad comes downstairs and he has this big bag of cheese doodles in his hand, and he's like, "Hey, read the back of this bag." And like your sister was like annoyed. She's like, "Why is he just walking into my room?" Like, you know what I mean? But he was like, he had to show me the back of this cheese doodle bag, and we read it, and it was just like, have you ever, are you sick of tasting dumb flavors? And like it had like all this like stupid text on the back, like about how cheese doodles make an explosion of awesome flavor in your mouth, dummy. Like, all this stuff. And like I read the whole thing and he just looks at me and he goes, they could do that? like they could say all that on a
Did you
bag
tell
of
him
cheese
that's?
doodle
Did you
bag?
tell him that's what we're doing for our commercial?
Pretty much.
That's our entire.
He was
idea, man.
read this shit. And I like read it and then he's like, they could do that? Like, it was so good. I'm like, yeah. He was just like blown away. He's like, I can't believe they could put that on a package. Like, they could just insult their customers. Like,
Jack, if you could give us a quick look up. It's the name of the company is I think it's Spuffs. It's Fups. It's it's FFUPS. It's Puffs backwards with the S fucked up. UPS.
Fups.
Yeah.
Fups.
And
Fup
they're you can just type that. I'm sure it'll come up if they're still in business. They're there. So they make.
It's like pig Latin. That name confuses me.
Yeah, it's really annoying. But they make their stuff is specifically unhealthy. They're like, this is not a health food, but it tastes awesome, and you guys suck if you don't.
I have never heard of this brand before. Where did you find
look
this
at the
from?
front. Not healthy. But yeah, they name everything unambiguous cinnamon toast.
Tasty tubes.
Yeah, they're just but like the
Grocery
flavors.
store cheddar.
Yeah, the flavor names are even just
Semi-historic sour cream and onion.
Yeah,
I gotta get my hands on some of this shit.
yeah. So there's a free spot on the thing. I don't know what that is, but
Yeah,
it seems wallpapers are
where'd
free.
you find this stuff?
I heard about it in a podcast, actually, to be honest. But
Weird. I want to try it.
maybe the next.
Speaking of
episode-
trying weird products, I want to try these Snapple Sour Patch Kids you have right here.
Yes, we do have Snapple Sour Patch Kids.
Let's do a little. You know what? I want to introduce everybody to my new segment. It's called.
They're fruit punch, kiwi, strawberry, and mucho and mango madness flavored.
Hold it up for the camera.
This is really big on the internet right now. I'm sure you guys have all heard of this, but we're gonna do my segment now called Chris's ASMR Corner, where I'm gonna open up this bag of chips.
I hate everything about this. I'm sorry.
So delicate. Have you guys watched these ASMR videos?
I can't make it do more than what I just did.
I don't
right
know.
now.
It's
I know of
they're
them,
so
but no.
creepy.
I'm
But
not
like,
good at answering questions, so
what do you mean?
well, because yeah, I've seen them and heard about them, I guess.
Yeah, what are you
But I
like
don't have a
embarrassed to
feeling.
admit that?
No,
you're-
I don't have like a feeling about them. So
Oh, they're so weird.
I don't
Well, the thing that's the weirdest
I don't
about
mind
them is that
It's
like how
watching NPR with somebody eating on it.
yeah,
It's fine. It's okay.
it is NPR is very ASMR. Yeah, totally.
I don't wear
A lot of
headphones
the time.
much, so I think the headphones make
Yeah,
a
yeah.
difference.
But the thing that weirds me out about ASMR shit is that is just how incredibly popular they are. Like the videos are like. I get it. Like I'll listen to it and I'll be like, oh, that does sound
I
kind
did
of
see a mukbang
soothing or
person
something.
died the other day.
Some of them are like combination. Like you'll see
I
like a
know, but one
mukbang
died.
ASMR. Yeah, really?
Yeah,
Jesus.
it was. I think they said it was the first person to die on a like a live stream doing mukbang.
Holy shit,
She's like
dude.
she was like 23 or something.
God damn.
I mean, she was enormous, as you could imagine. But
No,
she
actually,
was-
the ones I've seen.
some of them aren't. But
weren't.
the one who ate
All right.
himself to death.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fair point. No, so there was. I am not squeamish at all, right? Like my job, you cannot be squeamish. I deal with
Makes sense, yeah,
the
yeah.
grossest shit all the time. It doesn't
Yeah.
really bother me. There's just every now and then there'll just be something that just catches me where I'm like, oh, I gotta leave. Like I gotta walk away. I had this kid at school the other day that was watching an ASMR mukbang video. And it was just this dude ordered everything on the menu from McDonald's, and he was squatting down next to the table, so just his eyes were showing over the table, and he was reaching over and he was dipping everything in the sauces, and you could hear the in the sauce. And then he was eating it, and I was like, I gotta walk away. I can't watch it. It was so gross.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was so creepy. The whole thing was
I'm-
fucking weird, man.
I don't really get skeeved out or anything.
Yeah, I rarely do. Yeah.
I don't know if that would bother me or not. I'm not sure, but again, I don't really have a feeling about.
I wouldn't put that on. And not
Yeah.
listen to it.
No, but it's
Yeah, I
crazy.
don't- I wouldn't-
Pick any one of these
But if-
videos.
if
I
it just
guarantee you,
comes on if
it'll
I'm
have
scrolling-
3 million views. It'll have something crazy.
Yeah.
It'll have
if I'm just scrolling and something goes, don't play one of them.
I mean, not even. You don't even have to play it. Just look at how many views it has. Click on it and just see how many fucking views
I don't
that
know
are
about
there.
all that.
It's nuts. They always have something. I'm like, All right, this one's 23,000 likes.
Oh, it's got 1.1 million.
1.1 million views. Like it's great. It's just like a person sitting there eating a sandwich. Like
but
you
it's
could
also-
literally go to any cafe anywhere and see somebody doing this.
Oh, I have watched. I don't know if it's mukbang, but I've watched that girl with the enormous mouth. See how many donuts she could fit in her mouth and shit. She's like, I don't know.
I have not seen this.
She's 48%.
I thought you were gonna say enormous
chipmunk.
something else. I didn't.
Yeah, she
I
puts
can't
like
get this shit open.
6 donuts in her mouth. That's her.
Jesus Christ! Is that photoshopped?
No, that's
Holy-
That's the video actually right there that I'm talking about.
Oh my God! Do you have to practice to get a fucking mouth that huge? Jesus
It's
Christ!
unbelievable. And she does she eats 4 McDonald's cheeseburgers without biting.
Is she unhinging her jaw like a cobra?
It's
like
unbelievable. She
a
is.
python or something?
But that could be something that definitely will disgust people usually. But it's
You just
pretty
gotta
nuts.
eat a donut in 90
No,
seconds?
no, it's not. No, she eats
I could do that easily.
I think it's 12 donuts.
Oh, gross.
But she just keeps stuffing them in her mouth. She just stuffing them in. They don't.
Now I want to watch it. It's like morbid curiosity. We'll watch it after the show. Should we do a reaction to it? We don't.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Yeah, we don't have to show the video. It'll just be like, all right.
Yeah, we can just
Post it
shout
on
it out.
like
and-
Instagram or something.
Oh my God.
that one's on TikTok, but you can definitely go up to videos and
You
find
said
it.
she does
No,
a
I'm
dozen.
saying we could post it on Instagram, but not
Oh,
YouTube.
That's fine. Yeah, that's true.
You ever see that? Like, there was this thing online. Like, they put it up there to try to explain to you like how bad soda is for you. And it was like, 1 soda is equal like 3 donuts, and then like 1 liter bottle of soda is equal to like 9 donuts or something, and then like 2-liter bottles, like 18 donuts or something like that. And then somebody like just commented underneath like, if I've learned anything from this, it's that donuts are way healthier than I thought they were.
No, I used to bring enormous amounts of food to school, like I've said earlier on.
Yeah,
podcast.
the garbage bag full of popcorn is my favorite thing ever.
But I used to sometimes bring 25 pounds of crumb cake.
Where did you find such a crumb cake?
Well, working in the baking industry, it's
Oh, yeah,
pretty easy
yeah.
to get.
Just pallet racks of crumb cake.
It would come in a box. It'd be like 3 layers of like 20-pound
No.
crumb cakes.
How much does that run you?
Retail?
Yeah,
Retail they'd get you. They'd get you probably
They're gonna bang you over the head for about.
probably about $120, I'd guess.
And would you walk out with it for?
I would get it for free.
Did it like just fall or something on the floor?
No,
for a
it
second?
was sometimes. Well, sometimes
maybe.
if it was because these were frozen ones.
Okay.
So like if it didn't freeze right or something, they'd just be like, "Well, we have to." I'd be out on a delivery. They'd be like,
You
"Take
weren't
this
in the
box."
business of asking questions. You were in the business of free crumb cake.
Well, it happens when you're doing delivery sometimes anyway. They just give you shit.
Yeah. Shit falls on the floor.
It happens less than
somebody
now.
sneezes on
But yeah, if the
it.
box gets damaged, bam, they fucking can't sell it.
Yeah.
So
Somebody toots
I would-
maybe
I
a
would,
little wet fart on
but
camera. You can't just.
we used to
you
get
know.
these marble cheesecake brownies all the time, and like when you got them, it would be like it just got the one corner had like fucking frost on it or something. So bam, can't sell it. So we would get, and it was like 40 pounds of brownies, and they were amazing. But I was like, I know what I can do with this.
Bring it to school.
Dad, can I have these?
In a wagon.
And he was like, yeah, I don't know. Sure, you got a way to get rid of them? I was like, I'll give them to the soccer team. He's like, that's good.
You're like, I know
Wasn't the
800
soccer team.
teenagers at my high school.
I didn't give it to the soccer team. There was only 400 kids that went to my school, but
My school was 800. That's why I picked that number.
it didn't matter because there was 23 kids in my Spanish class that were gonna and really enjoy those. And my Spanish class
Did
what?
not speak Spanish. I don't know.
We didn't allow the teacher to get things going because she wanted to get things going.
Snapple Sour Patch Kids review to follow.
Yeah.
Continue.
Have you ever wanted to be questionable liquor? Well, guess what? Two Cubes Podcast is just that. Hey, have you ever wondered why you're not drinking right now? Well, listen to the Two Cubes Podcast and have a drink anyway. It will be your friends. Hey, psst. Hey, have you heard about the new podcast that's taking over the internet? Two Cubes Podcast is what it's called, I've heard. They go on there, they drink review, they talk about awesome stuff. It's hilarious. You wouldn't believe it. You have to subscribe and like their videos, and sometimes even engage with them at the liquor store here. I hear the spirits of them are in the spirits that you buy at Kelly's Liquors at 402 Washington Avenue, across the street from the new development that nobody knows what it is. But that was, so I used to get large amounts of, but donuts was always one that was hard to, those would go quick.
Yeah.
If I got like a bunch of donuts, bam, donuts went fast, man.
As a kid, like kindergarten to like
Holy shit.
6th grade or whatever, when you stop doing it, you know, you bring like your birthday, you bring like something for everyone. Cupcake.
Yeah.
I always did fucking donuts, and I
Well,
made sure I got a jelly
that's a good-
or a
the good
Boston
call.
cream, motherfucker.
Donut was apparently good.
I brought the shit. I better get.
You were a Boston cream guy?
Of course, if you go to
jelly,
if you go to Glaze, dude, that's
you
gonna
get
run.
stuck with the glaze when there's chocolate and sprinkles.
No,
and
no,
shit?
no, no. Glaze the store.
Oh,
If
I was
you
gonna,
try-
I'll take a glazed donut over a jelly any day.
If you try and get
You're a
donuts for a
loser.
classic Glaze,
And I like a jelly, don't
you
get me
better
wrong.
take out a fucking small business loan. It's nuts.
Really? Glazed? They're that expensive?
Yeah. If you get 12 donuts, it's like $50.
Yeah. I think Duck Donuts is like that too. I don't know where there is a Duck Donuts, but I know they're fucking expensive.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like a hipster donut bullet spot. You know what I mean? Like, you want bacon?
They make
and
really cool.
fucking
They're
pecans
amazing
in your
works
donut.
of art, but
dude, just give me the fucking donut. I don't need fucking fruity pebbles or whatever on it. Just,
I'm into it. I'll fucking take whatever you put on it, but I don't want to pay a lot of money
yeah,
for it.
yeah. That's what I'm
It's a
saying.
fucking donut. It's a fried thing of dough.
tell you
You know,
what.
it should be nothing. It tastes exactly like Snapple.
Like
It
Snapple.
does. I got an orange one. It tasted like the Mango Madness one.
I did a pink lemonade and a fruit punch, and I'll tell you what,
Nice.
it tastes like if I put a Sour Patch Kid into a Snapple.
I've noticed that's a revelation you've had recently. You didn't like fruit punch, but recently you've been getting down. You've been fucking with fruit punch.
It's not true. It's not true at all.
You drank a fruit punch sour the other day.
Yeah. Listen. That was a Kool-Aid, first of all.
Listen, that was steeped in alcohol. There was so much booze in that.
It's a Kool-Aid, and I have to try everything, and everything comes in fruit punch. So it ends up being my least favorite flavor of everything.
Oh man, you know candy disappeared that I fucking loved. Do you remember those icebreaker candies?
Icebreaker,
Like they were like
the
mints. Yeah, but then they
the
came out with
watermelon
one.
sour ones.
They had watermelon sour ones, but
Those are the best.
They used to have a fruit punch one that I fucking loved.
I don't think I ever tried. That was
and then
before
they
I
got
tried
rid of it.
everything.
Fruit punch.
That's just gum.
I'm sorry, yeah, not icebreaker. The one that comes in like the circles. See that one that's like green? It's $2.99 over to the right.
Yeah, icebreaker sours. Those
Yeah,
are the best.
they used to have the icebreaker sour. They used to have a fruit punch icebreaker sour, and it was the shit.
No, I always like that pack that's there. The watermelon, tangerine, green apple one. Mint.
I never saw that one before.
Oh,
never saw it.
that's the one. It's right there.
But yeah,
You
they
pick
don't
up
make it
tomorrow.
anymore. There's all the flavors right there. It says icebreakers.
Yeah,
Tim's
those are
variety.
duos and stuff. The duos are wild because they're like, here's raspberry, then some mint.
Yeah, they had a fucking fruit punch flavor that blew my mind, and then they took it off the shelves. It just wasn't popular, and it was for people like you, Joe.
I mean,
From jerk
it
offs
definitely wasn't me. 'cause
without an an advanced palate like mine.
well, no, because I do my best to keep every. I
I
tried to
don't
keep.
see it in there. They had a limeade one. Fuck man.
I tried. I see a snow cone one, but it's gum. I'm not a
Damn.
gum guy. But
I'm so
I,
mad. The fruit punch one is not displayed there. I swear I'm not crazy. It did exist. Fruit punch icebreaker sour. Type it in right now. We're gonna find this. I'm mad now.
I'm upset. They get rid of all the orange
Maybe it wasn't
beverages
sour.
I
Maybe
like.
it was- I don't know.
I really like orange drinks. That's why I think
He
that
typed in disco. Oh, he didn't put it discontinued. I thought he was just gonna leave it at disco. I was like,
But
all right, cool.
they did
I'm
get
into
rid
that.
of
Wait, scroll down.
like Red Bull had an
Oh,
orange.
Damn it! None of these are the right one. I'm sorry. Red Bull had an orange flavor.
Yeah, it was the
No
best.
shit.
It was tangerine, I think, technically.
All right.
It was fucking incredible. And then I was putting Stolio in it. Oh man.
There it is, right there. Fruit punch. It's circular, like all the way to the
Yeah, I
right.
see it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one, baby. Ah, there it is. Over to the right.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Yeah,
There it is.
you go.
Boom. That was the one.
It says
oh,
on
man.
Instacart you can get it right now.
No shit. Order me one right now. Oh, it's sugar free. It's gonna make me shit my pants. Sugar free
Oh.
stuff just gives you
do a
diarrhea.
Zin.
Well,
Where's
I-
those coffee zins? I think I'm in the mood right now.
They're actually on the table right there.
Yeah, there's coffee Zins.
Should I do the Revenge of Zin?
Yeah, do it.
You
got 20
I don't know,
minutes
man.
left.
Yeah,
I think you have
20 minutes. I don't
you
know,
shit
bro.
yourself,
The last time he did this, it took him like 6 minutes.
That's
He was like,
true.
I have to get to the bathroom.
We didn't even get into your magic notepad, dude.
No, I know. Well,
Where's
Everything's fine.
where's the Zin? Oh, I see it.
It's right there.
behind the belt.
it's
gotta
not
al-
disappearing ink.
You gotta run your finger around it and
Did
open
you
it.
say that's disappearing? What?
I'm saying it's not disappearing ink. Everything will be fine.
I'll be okay.
Those are just talking points.
I like that. Not only did the like fruit whatever flavor the citrus Zin that you gave me last time, that one made me shit. This one is coffee flavored. So, coffee already makes me shit my pants, and now you put it in a Zin.
I don't know if they use real coffee in that.
I mean, I'm sure they don't, but I think the flavor would just like psychosomatically like make me shit
You
my
said you gotta
pants.
rub your finger on it. Maybe you gotta.
Rub your
No,
finger.
no. Like you already opened the top. Then you gotta rub your finger.
Like your thumb,
No.
your
Do what you
thumbnail
did.
through the. No, I got to break the seal. I see. I see what's going on here.
I thought he was I thought you had to like do a secret password thing, like.
Yeah, you gotta finger bang it, and then you twist
Well,
it.
I thought the other thing you were opening, and then you just kind of rub your finger in it like you're.
Oh, I have unlocked the Zin.
Chris, when you're done, can you hand it to Joe so I can see it? I just want to read it.
Oh, like the packaging?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Once
I'm
you-
gonna tuck it in my upper lip.
If you're looking to research it, it's called Joy.
Really smells like coffee. Shit. Wait, I don't know if
It does smell big time like
Jesus.
coffee.
All right. I'm such a noob. All right, it's tucked. It's tucked, and I'm ready to sweat and hate myself.
Thank you, sir.
To the beach it goes.
It's a 6 milligram. I thought it was a 20, and I wanted to see what.
No, I remember last time when you gave them to me, I was like, how many milligrams is this? And you were like, oh, it's the same as the last one. But, dude, 6 fucked me up so bad, I can't even imagine doing a 20. You got a death wish.
I do think for the next episode, I have a 12 milligram weed drink. If you want to drink it with me.
Yeah, do it.
I mean, you know, I've been there.
Bring it back.
Well, it's a recommendation from the Kelly's guy. So it's my guy at Kelly's.
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to do that with you, not on the show,
our
because
number one
what's going to happen
sponsor.
is I'm just going to become very difficult to talk to. I'm not going to be able to follow stories.
All right, so we'll do it this week before.
You're going to tell me a story, and then an hour after you tell me the story, I'm going to be like, huh, that was cool. And you should probably get it in red. And you'll be like, what are you talking about? And I'll be like, that thing you're like, that was hours ago. When I'm really high, I'm just not a good conversationalist, you know? The drink is really where I shine, you know?
I enjoy a drink as well.
Yeah, me too.
People may know. I don't know. Secret might be getting out.
If you don't, you know, evidence of what I'm saying, just go back to our 420 episode, which was, I think, episode fucking 16 or something.
That one was mental.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Well,
We did open with Jack's music on that episode, I remember.
yeah, we
yeah.
got fucking blitzed.
Yeah, it was
I
good.
watched
It
you
was
guys
good stuff.
Fucking melt into the couch.
that was a rough one. But it was fun. It's
Oh,
definitely
definitely.
funny still, but it's just it doesn't stay on point. AI had no idea what to do there.
I think I like it in the bottom lip, too. Jack, you told me that last time. I don't like the
Yeah.
top lip.
I'm a bottom lip guy. I like to move it around from the bottom.
I'm sorry. I was just reenacting somebody who doesn't watch the Two Cubes podcast, and what a loser they are. See, there was a time in my life when I had to get rid of all my friends because they didn't listen to the Two Cubes podcast. But here I am now, standing in front of the CVS that I was birthed in, making sure that everyone follows the podcast I listen to.
You know.
So I forgot what we were talking about earlier.
Oh, I don't know. Let's go into your notebook of secrets.
Well, if we're changing topics, I have one. I went to a Creed concert last week.
Holy
It was
shit, you
awesome.
did, and we need to talk about this.
We went and saw Three Doors Down, Finger 11, and Creed
Okay.
at PNC Bank Arts Center last week. It was awesome.
I will admit, all bands whose CDs I owned when I was of middle school age, And then I got older and I discovered other music, and I was like, I don't like these bands so much, but I do see comic value in the band.
It is one of my talking points to find out how you discover new music, but
Yeah,
I guess I'll hit the Creed thing and then we hit that.
yeah.
Unless you want to do this, and then I can talk Creed.
No, how you discover new music? I mean, I feel like everybody's the same. It's either you're using like your algorithm on like Spotify, or friends tell you, like friends whose musical taste you agree with.
See, but I have a different method.
Uh,
That's not how I discover
What's
new music
yours?
at all.
How do you do it?
I type in random words. I think.
Oh yeah, we played this game in Ireland. We were driving in the car. You're just like, what word do you want to? What are you thinking about right now? Let's type it in.
I'll be like robotic maniac. You type it in, see if anything comes up. If you listen to it, and then
It's
if
brilliant.
you like it, you listen to whatever else that artist has made.
Yeah.
That's how I found Shout Out Ronald.
Another way to brilliantly just fuck with AI. AI is like, whoa, wait a second. I thought this guy liked indie rock. What is this?
I find
Now he's looking up. Like,
That's how you find some of the real weird stuff. Cause like I'll find stuff that's from like Syria.
yeah. It's like,
It's
he was just listening to Weezer. Now he's listening to like Brazilian sex disco. Like, what is going on?
yeah. And if you type Brazilian sex disco in,
Oh, you're gonna get a lot of hits, I think.
yeah. So like it could be fun, and so that's how I discover new music. Now,
Yeah, that's a fun
Spotify.
game. You're
how
right,
I
that's a
used
fun
to do
game.
it is I would just type in those words into LimeWire and give my computer
Every virus, every virus that exists.
It's one thing when you were searching things that people were already searching for.
Yeah.
If you were out there searching for things that was just like, what about 2 words? What about
That's what you typed in. What about 2 words into the search?
yeah, just I when I was trying to do a project and I was making a slideshow and I wanted to make it as shitty as possible for one of my projects. But I was doing music in the background.
We're transferring to bottom lip right now. Hold on. Keep going.
All right, I'm having fun though. But
I feel like I'm at Starbucks.
I was trying to make the shittiest version I could of a PowerPoint.
Okay.
So I started
Very
with-
easy to do.
Well, I had to find song. That's how I found the song "Stress" by
Oh God. Justice.
by Justice. Yeah,
It works.
which
They achieved their goal.
scientifically they made.
No, stress.
Yeah,
I know
they
that
scientifically made it to induce stress.
song. It was
So
in,
I had to
Tuesday.
do a presentation with that song playing,
Yeah.
and then while that was playing, the song "Psycho" by Insane Clown Posse was playing over it.
I don't know that song.
Yeah, well, it's because it's one of their not popular songs.
Yeah.
But it's Insane Clown Posse.
They have like
and,
30 albums, don't they?
and Stress playing at the same time during the thing. So I was just yelling over a presentation
While having a heart attack.
while
It's my favorite song. I love it so much.
while talking about steroids
I wish we could.
and why they're bad.
I wish we could play stress. Man.
I know. I wish Buff was here. I would say, Buff, can you just make the most stressful beat you could possibly make right now? It's just gonna give us all
it
like
was- it
fucking
was-
high blood pressure.
It was fantastic because the teacher was like, I don't know what just happened. His name was Peter, his first name. I got in trouble once for calling him Pete.
Shout out, Petey
Lanisa?
Bones.
It's fine. We'll just say his name. It's Mr. Lanisa, yeah. Yeah, it was Mr. Lanisa. It was a health course. It was
So you were basically just putting everyone through the most unhealthy audio experience of their lives in the middle of health class.
yeah, while talking about steroids. So I was like, Vic Richards took a ton of steroids.
Yeah.
All right? And they're like, yeah, who's Vic Richards? Look, just look at him. Here's an enormous
Just
picture
wait
of
till
him.
the end of this very
then-
stressful presentation.
And then it was like, and then so did Jason Giambi. Now they're steroid user. And then they were like, okay, so is it unhealthy or healthy? Like, no one really knows yet.
No, they know. But steroids been around for a while.
Most steroids they didn't know.
Steroids are also like they're like a fucking miracle drug.
That's anabolic steroids. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And so some of them, when you're taking horse steroids, yeah, it's not for people. There's a reason they made them for horses.
Yeah. That's why I take
But
them.
like steroids could be really good for people.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are in low doses.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
yeah, now they're figuring it out, TRT, all that stuff. But have you, Jack, have you ever seen a picture of Vic Richards?
I thought you were gonna be like, Jack, have you ever done a cycle of steroids, of anabolic steroids?
No and no to both.
Okay. Well, Vic Richards, you should look him up. I think it's just VIC, yeah. But either way, he doesn't look like he looks like he's
Was he an athlete?
he was a bodybuilder. But if you find
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus Christ, look at that picture.
no, if you find the pictures of him at his biggest, he's at some like amateur shows, and it is unbelievable. The picture, he doesn't look like a human being next to some of the people.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
There's that dude. There's that dude that we.
I'm looking for the one specifically I'm thinking of. But I use mostly Vic Richards for my reasons why steroids could be awesome for my health.
Have you ever seen that dude who's the Two Cubes podcast follows him, and when I'm on the page like doing whatever, I see him. Like they just call him Thanos.
Oh yeah.
He's like a Korean dude,
Yeah.
and he's like
he was on Physical 100.
it's
He's really
insane.
cool.
It's fucking insane, man.
Yeah.
That dude is 100% on steroids.
Try
There's no way.
Vic Richards on stage, because they might show him, that might show the picture I'm thinking of that looks photoshopped. It looks ridiculous. But look at him next to that dude with the quads there. But anyway, it's unbelievable.
I gotta say, the guy on the left looks more ridiculous than him.
Yeah, it's crazy. Some of these guys were
They look like cattle. They don't even look like human. Is that a fucking bison? Like what the hell, man?
yeah, it's unbelievable. Some of the stuff. I mean, so
See,
my,
like the one where he's leaning on the car, he looks like just like a Jack normal dude.
my
Like, he's
favorite
girl-
like
well,
power lifter.
All the other ones, they're like he looks like a fucking drawing out of a comic book. Like it's insane.
My
like
favorite-
a '90s comic book.
power lifter follow is was CT Fletcher. I think CT is still making stuff. I know he's had some health issues, but
What was his name?
CT Fletcher, yeah,
isn't that when you get hit in the head too many times?
it's CTE.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
CT Fletcher, yeah, he's like in his 60s now. He at one point had the bench press world record and stuff. He
How do you know this shit?
just I don't know. Yeah, he was like 400 pounds when he was young, so he's gonna.
Jesus
You're gonna
Christ.
see. You're not gonna see on stage because he was a power lifter, not a bodybuilder. But
Yo, this Zin is not fucking me up like the tropical citrus one did.
Congrats, you found your flavor.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Now you
This
can
one,
get-
I feel like this one is slower to unlock, like the flavor. Like it took a while.
But CT Fletcher, that's him. Like I don't know, 10 years ago.
The one with the kid?
The one where he's curling. The one that's an old picture of him. The one where he's curling there is him at like 60 years old,
Yeah.
and he was making his YouTube content. He is hilarious. His whole thing is it's still your motherfucking set. And he screams at his arms. He's awesome.
Like, why is it that like when you see like the strongman competitions, the dudes never look like this? Like they're always big fat dudes from like fucking Iceland or some shit.
Well, again, he was 400 pounds at his powerlifting
Yeah.
struggle. I mean, Brian Shaw is probably the best power lifter that's ever lived. And he's, 6'9" or 6'10", 460 pounds.
Jesus Christ.
But you're talking about like Hafthor Bjornsson.
Yeah, just like it seems like whenever they show strongman competitions, it's always like a short, stout, like just 5 miles wide type dude.
They're not as short as they seem because the other guys
They're just-
are
yeah.
That's the thing. Again, Brian Shaw is 6'8" to 6'10". I don't remember exactly.
Yeah.
But like Eddie Hall, people call him short. He's 6'2.5". He just looks short because he's
Because he's next to these monsters. Yeah.
Also 4 feet wide
Yeah.
because he's just huge. But
Yeah.
he's one of the world's strongest man, and he's
Oh, you did you accidentally? Are we done in 10 seconds? Is that what you're
No,
putting?
no. we're done in 10 minutes.
okay. No
No,
problem.
okay. Got what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
But anyway, I'm sorry. Back to Creed. We went.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about Creed.
It was my
Fuck.
first time ever at PNC Bank Center.
It
and
sucks, doesn't it?
Never been there before?
Nah,
Damn.
I'm not a big concert guy. To
I've
be
seen
honest.
some of the best concerts there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big concert guy. To be
I just don't
honest.
like that venue because you always get stuck out in the mud trap on the grass
Well,
hill.
Remember the Wiz Khalifa concert?
I don't know if
there?
you remember the weather this past week.
Oh god,
But it rained-
It rained for the last 2 weeks. Yeah, it was
It's
crazy.
rained like a hurricane hit, and we went in the rain to see Creed. So that was probably would have been my only complaint is the mud, but it was fine.
Yeah.
You know, I still was carrying Jimmy around on my shoulders, jumping around on the mud hill. Everyone
What
else
did you
was
look like
sliding
when you
around.
came back? Were you like covered in mud?
No, I didn't slide.
No, all right,
Well, I
so
mean,
you're good.
Take
Slid,
your
but I
shoes
didn't
off
fall.
and throw them all. Like, just leave your shoes at the venue.
No, I'm super heavy, so I'm.
I had to
really
do that one
grounded.
time.
Oh, you know, I was good. I was fine. Sam almost fell a few times, but it was a good time. We I wish it was a little louder.
Was Scott Stapp wearing leather pants and a white wife beater?
Not a wife beater. He was wearing.
Really?
I don't think he was.
I
Even
thought that
wearing
was his
leather pants.
uniform. I thought when you went into Stapp's closet, that's all he had was just
No, he
leather
was wearing
pants
like
and
a
white
V-neck and.
Okay. What did
guess
they
it was
end
black
on? What
pants.
was their last song, and what was their first song? That's always what I'm curious about.
So they came out and they hit, I think, one of their new songs. Like, I don't remember.
They have new shit.
Yeah, they have like a new.
Was it
album.
real Jesus-y?
You know, I guess if you really break it down,
I bought like 3 CDs of Creed when I was like,
I used to listen every night to the album Weathered.
They're one of the best bands of all time.
shut the fuck up.
It's amazing.
They
It's
really
the best
are.
Christian rock band ever.
They really are.
That was the thing. Like, and then after like listening to them for like a year or two in my middle school years, all of a sudden, like, I saw him like interviewed on like whatever it was, like MTV or some shit, and he was just talking about like God the whole time, and I was like, wait, they're a Christian rock band, and then I was immediately like embarrassed that I owned 3 Creed
They're the
records.
best, baby. Come on now.
So are the Killers.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Why are they singing about like transvestites and shit in their
Well, they
songs?
started
though?
as a Christian rock band.
Yeah.
But Creed is
Hot
stuck
Fuss is a great
pretty-
album. I lost my
pretty-
virginity to
pretty
Hot
well
Fuss.
stuck to their roots.
Trivia question.
The whole album.
Trivia question for.
The whole album.
For Lauren, our listener.
What song
Well, it
did you
was-
start on and what song did you end on?
I just put the album on. I don't remember what song was on when I achieved penetration, but yeah, that was the album. Me and my girlfriend at the time were all about that record.
She's gonna see this and be pissed.
What's
She don't
really-
remember the song.
What's really funny is
There's no way she's gonna see this.
I used to
That would be
listen
funny.
to either Creed, Weathered while I went to sleep,
Yeah,
the whole album, or
I forget which one that was.
it's the one. It's the one.
All the hits.
Yeah, it's you know it's last.
If I
breath,
saw
it's,
the cover, I
it's
was
last
down.
breath. It's sacrifice.
Yeah, I had that one. I had that one. I also had the one with the like. There's like this gray dude like coming out of the ground holding like a fucking like a pocket watch or
Yeah,
some
that's
shit.
different. Yeah, exactly. I remember that one too.
Yeah, Creed album covers. Yeah, that one right there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a I don't know, Slenderman. I don't know what the fuck.
It's like the worst like CGI like fucking. Yeah, I had all these 3 right here, right there.
But I'd listen to that, or I'd listen to a Hypnotist Stop Smoking CD,
Even though you didn't smoke.
even though it was 8. Never smoked a cigarette, so maybe it worked.
We're really getting to the bottom of your psyche in this episode, even more
But
so
I
than
used to
Tap
love.
the
I used
Tats.
to love going to sleep in that stuff. I used to. Yeah, Last Breath was a good song to sleep to.
I could never fall asleep to music.
Oh, the louder the better for me.
Yeah,
The louder the room I'm in.
yeah. I can't fall asleep with the TV on.
Sam
I can't
goes
fall
away. I
asleep-
put my TV on like 50 volume,
Jeez.
and the TV is just above me. It is blessed.
I think that's like a sign that you're like crazy. Like if you, if you need chaotic noise to fall asleep.
Yeah, it has to be. The wilder the better.
Is Sam also
Something I'm familiar with.
I would imagine Sam's also a television on to fall asleep type person. though.
Yeah, but she likes everything quiet.
Yeah, she does. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, it's
Like,
very.
I don't know how
annoying.
you live with that.
I don't know. I don't get it.
It's like if the TV volume goes up to 100, Sam is steady at 15.
Oh yeah.
It's wild.
It's-
My
it's
mother's the
rough.
same way, and it's really funny. It's especially funny with my mother because she can't hear anything. So like I'm like, how are you watching this episode of
That's the
SVU? Like it's so quiet. I'm
She-
sitting 5 feet away from the TV. I can't hear anything.
she mistakes my wanting the TV to be louder for I can't hear it. That's not the problem.
I just don't enjoy it when it's quiet.
Exactly. I don't want to struggle to hear. And if there is a nuance or something, I want to fucking hear it. And I want everyone in the room to be quiet.
Yeah.
Because
that's the main reason.
The TV, I don't want you to try and talk over the TV. I want it to be, if I'm watching TV, I'm listening to the TV.
Mm-hmm.
If it's quiet, other people just feel free to talk. And it's a nightmare. I hate it so much. And I think
of all the people I know, the worst person to watch anything with, though, is Scott, for sure. Scott talks over anything that he doesn't already know every word to and love. He just talks over. He's pretty terrible to watch stuff with. It's usually
like you're saying, if it's something he knows, he talks over it.
I don't think you're supposed to spit with a Zin, but I need to spit.
Yeah, you
I
got
mean,
it. When you first start, you got it.
Sam does too. I don't know. I don't.
Sam spits or Zins out?
No.
No, I'm kidding.
Talks over TV, but Scott does it.
Sam might be number 2.
Scott does it when he's drunk.
Yeah, totally.
Or
that's what I was gonna say. I was
if
like,
he's high.
he does it when he's drunk, and 90% of the time I'm hanging out with Scott, he's very drunk.
I saw Scott recently, and I had a conversation with him. And in the middle of the conversation, he looked at me and just walked away. Didn't acknowledge what I said.
Was that last Monday?
No, it was.
No, it couldn't have been. He wasn't here last.
That
month.
was at the party we went to, Joe.
The Christmas in July.
No. This week.
And I don't even think
Saturday.
he was drunk.
Oh yeah.
No, he was very hungover this week.
He was so done with the conversation, he walked away.
He was very hungover this week. He at one point went and took a nap during that party.
Yeah.
So, no, he was very hungover. He ended up coming here and
I
drinking.
zinned out, Jack.
He come in here.
Dude, you lasted almost 20 minutes.
Oh,
He ended up coming
I'm proud
here
of myself
and drinking with me and Kev watching movies till Chris texted us asking what we're doing. But
at 2 a.m.
literally at 2:35 or whatever. You texted us. It was like 2:28 when I walked upstairs. What's going on here? I was just watching the Two Cubes podcast, and now I'm in this awesome environment. Oh my God, is this the imagination of those two? Oh, this is incredible.
By the way, I was at the Italian festival, La Festa, in Jersey City. Great time. You told me I was going to get bored. It was fun.
We were about to watch Beer League, and then Kev was like, "No, I'm leaving." So.
Lame. Did you tell Kevin that we had a birthday party without him?
Yeah. He said he had to have a blood transfusion, so he couldn't be here.
Lame excuse. He didn't have the blood transfusion before the party, did he? Yeah, we had a birthday party on Friday for our friend Kevin, who did not attend.
Yeah, and that'll be our closing notes. Apparently, we are off to see
The Wizard.
Wizard.
Oh man, so much spit. Zin makes you so spitty. I have more saliva than I ever thought I could have in my mouth right now.
Yes.
Guys, just fucking like and subscribe. You know what I mean? Like, we're getting sick and tired of it. Sick and tired!
Yes, and I know you follow sometimes, but do it more.
Yeah, just do it more, man. Put it on when you're driving to work. What are you gonna do? Listen to the news? You know? You're gonna learn about the world. This is your world now.
Do some squats.
Tighten it up. Two Cubes podcast. Dos Cubos.
Oh, we didn't teach anyone in Spanish this episode.
Oh man, we didn't do Spanish with us. But
You want to put it in right now?
I'll throw a quick
we'll
one
do
in.
the next episode, and we'll say we left it out.
Yeah, we'll just have to do 2 Spanish words.
I'll tell you what. I think
I'm gonna stop.
that might have been our best episode. Oh, we could tell the story about the fake text from Samantha.
Fake
Two.
text.
The thing me and Dwyer were doing for 2 days.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's great. Yeah, you definitely got
I
to
wish
talk
I had
about
the
that.
text to read, but
Why don't you have them?
This is Dwyer's phone.
Oh fuck, text Dwyer right now. Tell him to send you screenshots.
I could, I guess.
Because that's funny as shit. Some of the stuff you said was so fucking funny.
Where's Dwyer?
What was the one you were like, can I come in your McDonald's or something?
Yeah. That's the literal quote. She said I own a McDonald's franchise, and I said, I will come in your McDonald's? Question mark.
She was giving you the whole like, I don't speak English. I don't know what's going on, and you were just like giving the same thing back to her. It was so funny. Oh man.
Yeah, I said Samantha's my favorite Chinese name.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, to be honest, I think it lost some luster when we included Scott in the pictures, especially because then he sent a video where we're talking shit about what we're gonna say next.
And didn't tell us that he was sending a video. Yeah.
Wasn't good. Wasn't.
Yeah, that's better.
Well, we'll talk shit about Flan Howard in the episode, and hopefully he'll hear it.